Hey, yo, what's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Ashton Jackson. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Dallas Cowboys losing to the Atlanta Falcons 27 to 21. The Dallas Cowboys fall to 3 and 5, and the Atlanta Falcons improved to 6 and 3. If you guys didn't think that the season is over, the season is definitely over. Dak Prescott hurt himself in the fourth quarter with the hamstring injury. CeeDee Lamb got hurt also with a shoulder injury as well, going up to make a big catch in the second quarter, and then land on his shoulder uh, by Jesse Bates, and then Trayvon Diggs was still dealing with that calf injury that he sustained last week versus the 49ers. So before I hop into the video, I appreciate if you guys like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment and share my video with anyone who you think will enjoy my content. Looking at the Dallas Cowboys stats, Dak Prescott was 18 of 24, 133 yards and a touchdown. Cooper Rush had to come in for the remainder of the fourth quarter. He was 13 of 25, 115 yards and a touchdown. No mistakes by either quarterback. Dak Prescott, in my opinion, played solid in today's matchup. I just think that we were terrible on third down. We didn't convert on any third downs today. If we did, it was very minimal. So I think we might have converted on maybe one or two third downs, if that. But it was very bad looking at this offense today, and obviously there's going to be change, right? So we know that we are going to have a difference in head coach next year. We know that we're going to move on soon. Honestly, I'll just keep the coaching staff the way it is because I don't want there to be a coaching change in season and then we have a fake mini run and then we try to I don't want to basically mess up this draft pick that we're going to have, right? We're going to easily end up with a top 10 draft pick. Again, talking about the game, Rico Dowdle was 12 of 75. He averaged 6.2 yards a carry. Dak Prescott finally ran in today's matchup. He was 3 of 30, averaging 10 yards a carry as well. CD got some carries as well, 2 of 15. Dalvin Cook was 2 of 8, averaging 4 yards a carry. Hunter Lepke was 1 of 5. Cooper Rush was 1 of 4. Even Cooper Rush ran the ball today. Jake Ferguson was 7 of 71. CeeDee Lamb was 8 of 47. Kevontae Turpin 3 of 36. On the opposite end, Kirk Cousins had an efficient day today, and I said that if you weren't able to get home to Kirk Cousins, which you were able to twice, you were able to get home twice. Carl Lawson had a heck of a day. He was one of your best defensive players. Him, DeMarvin Overshown, and I believe that was the only bright spots on your defense today, right? Carl Lawson had 2 sacks today. He sacked Kirk Cousins. That was a great play, but Kirk Cousins was 19 of 24, 222 yards and 3 touchdowns. He didn't have to do too much today. He only threw the ball 24 times. Bijan Robinson was 19 of 86. He averaged 4.5 yards a carry. Tyler Algier was 6 of 18, averaging 3 yards a carry with a touchdown. Darnell Mooney ate us up today. So did Bijan Robinson. Drake London had that touchdown where he caught the touchdown on Trayvon Diggs in the end zone on their first scoring drive where they regained the lead and got to 7-3, and then he was out for the remainder of the game. But there was a lot of injuries that happened on both sides. Prayers up for those guys. But now we're doing the last couple of videos, and I've been really just talking about the outlook of the Dallas Cowboys. I believe that this season is over. We said that if you had managed and found a way to win today's matchup, you would have gone to 4-4, and you would have been getting Micah Parsons and DeRon Bland back, and then your defense would have gotten better. Then you would have gotten Brandon Cooks back, and then D-Law would have probably been coming back around that Texans, Washington Commanders game. So if you were able to stay afloat, at least 500, even if not a game above 500, you would have maybe found a way to somehow save your season. But I believe that even if those guys would have came back, as you saw week 2 and week 3 versus the Saints and the Ravens, even when we were as healthy as the most healthy we were all season, we still looked bad against competent teams that were able to run the ball, move the ball, and play solid defense. That was able to take away CeeDee Lamb and things of that nature, right? So with the Dallas Cowboys losing right now, I'm looking on Take-a-thon right now. The Dallas Cowboys currently right now with today's loss, just think that right now if you're the Dallas Cowboys, you put Dak Prescott on IR. You have him try to get back and try to have him get healthy, but you have him sit. You have him sit these next 4 games. And honestly, if I was the Dallas Cowboys, I would probably just set him out for the rest of the year. There's no point in trying to bring him back. We're going to get a whole new regime next year. Makes a lot more sense if the Dallas Cowboys just sit Dak Prescott. If CeeDee Lamb wants to play, CeeDee Lamb can play, but like I said, I'm cool with putting him on IR as well, season-ending IR because he has a banged-up shoulder, and if he isn't able to play, that's fine as well. Parsons, there's no rush to bring him back. Don't force him back. Same with Deron Bland. There's no reason to try and force him back. If you can try to possibly trade Deron Bland and get a couple of picks back from him, that would be great. Just because at the trade deadline, there's only a day and 23 hours until the trade deadline is here. And if you're the Dallas Cowboys, I would be more than likely sellers at the deadline. But right now, man, the season's over. Again, I'm still gonna be doing cowboy videos. I'm still gonna be showing my face. There's gonna be no problem with that. But obviously, I just don't think that the Dallas Cowboys are equipped to even make a playoff run, or not even that, just even make the playoffs. Is very bleak for us to even do that at 3-5. And we got Philadelphia next. They're playing right now, and they're looking pretty good. Them and Washington, they're gonna duke it out for the NFC East. Right now, if you're the Dallas Cowboys, I'm looking for your next coaching people in line. It's probably going to be a retread. I don't want it to be a retread, but it possibly is. It's going to be like a retread is a guy that was a former head coach that got fired. So who that might be, I'm not sure. But I really hope that we try to get innovative and we try to get smart and we try to get one of these McVay, Ben Johnson, Bobby Sloak. Those are my two candidates I would love the Dallas Cowboys to pick up, especially Ben Johnson if that's able to happen. And if we can get Robert Saleh as your DC, I would love that as well. Who would you take in the first round? The Dallas Cowboys have so many needs. They need safety. They need linebacker. They need another middle linebacker or just another linebacker that can add to this depth rotation. You need an edge rusher. You need two defensive tackles. You need a whole new right side of your offensive line because you're going to need a right guard because Zach Martin's going to retire. You're probably going to post June 1st. Terrence Steele, he hasn't been looking good at all. You're possibly going to need another tight end because I don't think you're going to pay Jake Ferguson. You need to figure out if Todd Guyton's going to be your left side player or you're going to try to move him to the right side. You need another wide receiver opposite of CeeDee Lamb. You need an explosive running back. You're going to need about at least 2 to 3 in my opinion, but I think you for sure need 2. Obviously, other than Ashton Genty, I think the second best back in college football has been Cameron Scantlebutt out of Arizona State. I think he's a really great back, and for me, I think he is the best Big 12 back in the conference. I think he has been playing like the second best back in all of college football, but it just hasn't been shown because he plays at Arizona State. But Cameron Scantlebutt has been doing his thing. He looks like a really talented running back. I would love the Dallas Cowboys if they can get him in day 3. I think with depending on how he tests in the combine, I think he can be a day 2 selection. But I think that he can be a day 3 guy if he what if teams overlook him, he goes to the 4th round. And if there's another run on running backs in the 4th round, hopefully the Dallas Cowboys will keep their 4th round pick, and we can get a guy like Cameron Scantlebutt at Arizona State. He's been playing really great football. He can catch the ball at the backfield. He can run in between the tackles. He can play wildcat quarterback. He can line up on a route and get open. So he's been playing a really great football. So those are just some prospects that I'm already looking at right now at running back, other than Ashton Genty. I think if you want to put like a quick adrenaline shot into this team, I think it's going to be running back. But again, if you're going to draft running back, who is your head coach going to be? I don't want to draft a running back and then we have another pass-happy offensive coordinator, and then what's the point of having Genty on the field if we don't even want to run the football? And also, if we don't have the guys equipped to run the ball, what's the point? So, again, Dallas Cowboys didn't play well today. Season's over. We're 3-5. You would love for them to turn it around, but you just know that they don't have it in them to turn it around. And then quarterback is hurt, star wide receiver is hurt, your only weapon on the offense side of the football is hurt. And then defensively, you're going to get your guys back, but then what's going to be the point if you're able to get a bunch of stops, but your offense can't put up points? So again, future prospects, I'm looking at Cameron Scantlebutt for running back, Ashton Genty, of course. I'm trying to look at Territoa McMillan at a U of A, wide receiver, 6'4". He's great. He reminds me kind of like a DK Metcalf in my opinion. Just a little bit more, silky in his route running. I think he can go out and make big plays. Luther Burden, the third, out of Missouri, another wide receiver, about 5'10", 5'11". Emeka Igbuka out of Ohio State's another person I'm looking at. Abdul Carter for an edge. We need edge rushers. He's another dominant. He wears number 11 for the for Penn State right now, and he can be another Micah Parsons on the opposite end. And we need another dynamic edge rusher to help out and free up Micah Parsons. I've been talking about that for the past 2 to 3 off seasons. How we need another edge rusher that can come in and help out Micah Parsons. There's some defensive tackles right now in Michigan. I don't care if they can come in and they can play great football. I'm all down for getting another Michigan player, especially if they can pan out and we get here. We have a nice coaching staff that can coach and develop up these players. I think we're going to be fine. I don't care who we draft. I don't care if it's another Michigan defensive tackle. If they can play, they can play. I'm not going to scout that helmet in this way in terms of defensive tackle. We need defensive tackles. There's another defensive tackle out in Kentucky. So, there's a bunch of needs that we need right now with the Dallas Cowboys, and you can go in any single direction in the first round and be happy with it, outside of really quarterback because you paid him a 4-year extension. But if he was on a 1-year deal and you didn't look to resign him, quarterback would be somebody I'll be looking at to look at as well. So right now the Dallas Cowboys have 15 needs and only have 10 draft picks, and they only select one time in the first round. So hopefully we're sellers. Hopefully we shake something up at the trade deadline. Maybe we trade a guy like DeRon Bland. Put Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb on IR, and just pack up the season. Put Trey Lance in at quarterback, see what he has. And that's about it for the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye.